Hi, head to the prepper here. So, the closing days of 2024. Uh, I've had basically a lousy Christmas, actually non-existent. So I'm titling this one, Never Let a Crisis Go to Waste. You hear politicians say that all the time, but to be honest, it also applies to prepping and preppers, particularly preppers who live on the road like me and are aged. There's been, or there is, influenza pandemic going around the globe. And as you know, an influenza pandemic is a killer to the elderly. I'm 75 in a few months' time, so I must consider myself an elderly. I spent Christmas in bed, unable to get up very easily, literally barely able to get out of bed. And I live on my own, which is a grave danger to anybody, even in a civilized situation. I live in Bulgaria now, in a village house. So I relied upon my mobile phone to keep in touch with anybody. And as you can see, I'm feeling bloody lousy even now. I'm able to get up now, and I'm keeping warm. I've got a fire on, hydrated, and I count myself lucky. But never let a crisis go to waste. I try to keep myself hydrated as much as possible, and I've been using these. Now you would call them Lemsips or things like that. This is the Asda or Walmart cold and flu relief with a decongestant. It's like a Lemsip, but doesn't taste very lemony. But there again, I think it helped a great deal. With this flu virus, my throat has been absolutely red, raw. So swallowing paracetamol tablets was very difficult. So that's it. So this is paracetamol in it, and phenylephrine. I don't know what that is, but it sounds important, whatever it is. It relieves headaches, fevers, blocked nose. Well, my nose has not been just bloody. It's been running like Niagara Falls. Just like you see, one of the other thing was this particular pandemic. It's so bad. I even had diarrhea, and I don't mean diarrhea. I mean like Niagara Falls in itself is just a bodily liquid. So I had to keep hydrated, and and that was it. There's nobody else to help me. But as I said, this is Asda's or what you say Walmart or whatever you want to put it that way. But whenever I've been to the UK, I've always made sure I bought things like these things and have them in stock. And that's what I'm saying is even the most common, if you want to put it that way, um, easily obtainable medications are liquid, well, gold, literally. I'm still literally recovering from this flu. I'm not. I'm back on my feet, but I'm not. I'm not 100%. So luckily the doctor's open tomorrow, and my friend has made me an appointment, and so I'm going to go there tomorrow. I've had my flu jabs, but this pandemic, I don't know how relevant the flu jab was, but certainly never had a flu this bad. And I don't recommend it to anybody. So I've been as isolated as it is, so I'm not going out there and infecting everybody under the sun. And I probably got this when I went into town because an ear infection. So I was with a crowd of people waiting for the doctor. So probably got it from somebody there or off a work surface or something like that. Oh, excuse me. But influenza, especially for the elderly, and the young, but is a killer. You can make all the preps under the sun, but you can't prep for this sort of thing. It'll happen. It's the great grim reaper of life. And so, what it's made, it hasn't made me realise I knew this. I know people go about Macau, men going their own way, how bad women and things like that there. But make no mistake, there are some very, very good women out there, and they are an asset. Literally, they are an asset. If you've got a good partner, you've got liquid gold, haven't you? I mean, when you're young and that, you've got you want to get a partner and things like that where reproduction is the imperative, and you don't really think between the organ between your ears at the time, do you? And so things go awry. I must have stopped touching my nose. But I want to wish them a Merry Christmas this year, but to be honest, like many others who've caught this influenza virus globally, many have not survived. And I found myself fortunate that up to now I've survived. And that's the thing, is prepping is not being smug and I am a survivor and things like that. It is as much by luck as it is by design. So if you've got yourself a partner, which is a good one, treasure that partner. That goes for women as well as men. Treasure your partner. I mean, it's all right being divorced and things like that. And, well, I am divorced. I've been a long time divorced and things like that. To be honest, I'm used to it, but you've got to realise that a crisis is where the real crunch comes in. And you realise how vulnerable you really are. I've got a predator in the house. It's a cat. But I'd have no illusions that if I kick the bucket, the cat will eat me rather than starve. But I'd rather the cat feast on me than rats. I mean, I've had a couple of friends die out here alone and things like that. And some people know. But the rats have got them. There's no use saying, oh, well, it's in my house. No rats in my house. They'll get in. They smell a dead body. They're in. There's no two ways about it. And if you're on your own and that, they'll have lunch. And it's not a very good thing to happen. I know I'm being morbid, but I'm talking about it. But never let a crisis go to waste. So if I get back to the UK, or whatever I should be going around, more medications. This has been a godsend, literally. Literally a godsend. I won't say it saved my life, but certainly made things a lot easier for me. But it is a pandemic. You cannot do anything to it. You can live on the top of a mountaintop. The pandemic will get you. No two ways about it. It's all right to say, oh, wear a mask. A mask is about much use as a square wheel in an influenza pandemic, because it touches everything you touch. It's not just in the air, it's everything you touch. It settles and things like that. Sit down, go up some stairs and in the passage or whatever. It's on the banisters. It's everywhere. Dear me, I'm all croaky in the throat. The other thing I've got, just with the virus, it attacks your throat big time, and I've got a very strong, it's expensive mouthwash, and it's very strong. Not your little minty mouthwash. It tastes like shit, but it works. So I've been gargling with that to get rid of the soreness in my throat and such like. So remember, it isn't just about buying paracetamols and a few bandages. It's thinking, hold on, how do I deal with this? You know? And people say, oh, go get fish bite antibiotics and things like that. Yeah, all right, go for it. but yeah, but as I said, never let it. Well, I don't think there's any such thing about a good crisis because there isn't such a thing as a good crisis. It's just crisis. Don't let it go to waste. Learn from it. I've learned from this one big time. So, so I don't know if I'm going to survive this one. Up to now, I've pulled through, but I'm still pretty ropey. I'm back on my feet. I'm able to go outside, chop a bit of wood, get the fire going, and things like that. I've got propane gas bottles, which are gas fires. I've got the electric fan heater, so no doubt my electricity bill this year is going to be up. But like in the UK, the elderly can't, most of the elderly can't afford their fuel bills. I couldn't if I lived in the UK. I'm in Bulgaria, so well, during a few days' time they'll be joined the Euros. So I've no idea what's going to happen after that. I think I'll be better off than most Bulgarians, as long as the exchange rate will keep paying my pension. But the thing is, I'm a town person. I grew up in towns and things like that. I'm in the countryside now. I go outside and these Bulgarians are out in the hedgerows picking their own homemade remedies and things like that. They know about these things. I don't. Well, neither do many of you. You know, these people, oh, go buy ammo and things like that. Yeah. I can use my AR-15 till the cows come home, but the flu will kill me. more surely than any intruder. but, you know, anyway, so I should say just try to keep safe over this pandemic. I don't know when it's going to end or how bad it's going to be, but what I read on the internet, it's bloody bad. And all I can say to you, I wish you a happy new year if you can have one. Have a happy new year because at least I'm alive after this for now. And I hope you had a good Christmas. Well, mine was bloody lousy, as you can imagine. So keep warm, keep safe, and don't forget, while you still got it available, go down to Asda's or Walmart's or anything like that. Even the most humble medications you can buy are better than nothing. So take care of yourself. For pensioner prepper, a very grumpy pensioner prepper, and have a happy new year if you can. Okay? Bye for now. Bye for now.